Dude, have you ever taken an ice bath? I think I've asked before.
Terrible.
I know
It's not fun. Yeah,
it's so hardcore.
It's not.
Have you ever done an ice bath?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've put body parts in ice, like you can, like, if your foot's super swollen, you can put ice on your foot, or if you're really hardcore, you put your foot in an ice bath. I've done that, but neck down, nothing like
what
that.
I've done. I will not exaggerate here. I went to the gas station and I bought 4 or 5 of those enormous bags of ice, the super long boys.
Mm-hmm.
And she was asking me why I was buying them, and I was like, I'm going to take an ice bath. She's like, why? And I explained to her that I was trying to make my muscles heal faster by making I was like, I'm going to make my body think it's dying. So it's going to pull all the blood from my limbs to my core and my brain to try to keep me alive. Well, all that blood's going to carry all the like broken bits of cells and or muscle fiber and everything. And that's going to get filtered by my liver and my kidneys. And then all that new blood, when I warm back up, is going to flush into those muscles. And it's going to be carrying nutrients and proteins, and it's going to be good for my recovery. And she's like, sir, get the fuck out of here.
The line is forming.
She was locking the door behind her.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
So I pour that ice in the tub, and then I fill it up with water, and I would get in for I would measure the time, but I think 11 to 14 minutes, something like that. Because I read online that you needed to be in there like 12 minutes, 13 minutes. It was something like that somebody did. And so I had this number. So I immediately go into uncontrollable shivering and rapid hyperventilation. And I have to do my best to like master that. It's really hard. It's not as simple as like focusing your way out of it. Like, hey, I'm not real. I don't need oxygen, so I'll stop breathing so hard. It's like, okay, I gotta just like you're hyperventilating like that as fast. And I'm shaking uncontrollably, and it burns. It's not cold, it burns. But then you go numb after what I'm going to call 7 minutes, 8 minutes. And
deep.
And so like, as long as you don't go any deeper, and like that's I would be completely numb, and the water's like up to here, and I'd sink a little more, and I'm like, oh my god, it's cold in here.
This inch wasn't ready.
My collarbone had no idea what the rest of me was suffering through.
What did my nipples tell my collarbone about this?
And I have some videos somewhere of me in there, like suffering, like talking to the camera. I don't know, they're probably on my last phone. But one time I stayed in too long, and I literally like dropped my core body temperature, or maybe was borderline. I was in the early stages of hypothermia. I guarantee it, if a paramedic were there, he'd be like, you have hypothermia. Because I got in the bed covered up as much as a man can cover. Like I'm like multiple blankets, and shivered for an hour straight, like an hour straight. And I'm still shivering, and I would feel my extremities, and they're still like clammy cold.
Were you a little worried after like 45 minutes? Like,
nah, a human body. I knew I'd warm up eventually. It was just going to take a while, but like those ice baths are one of the most hardcore things I've ever done. I highly recommend that somebody tries to do it once just to see what's up, because you do feel tremendous afterwards. If you're kicking off a workout program, the first couple of weeks you're going to have so much muscle soreness. This fixes muscle soreness. I did.
Really?
It would like when you're like quads, when your quads and like glutes or whatever are just so shredded that just touching them and pushing on them, you can feel it'll like suck that pain out of them somehow. I don't know what it was so nice for that.
My workout's are shit right now. I knew that with a broken leg, I wasn't going to have the most productive workouts, but I didn't know how much everything would suck. If I'm going 30 feet, I grab the crutches. If I'm going 3 feet, I just hop. Everything in the gym is just hopping around on one leg. It is so difficult to move my bench. To move my bench, you tip it up like more than you'd guess, like almost 90 degrees. And then you drag it around on these like rollerblade wheels. Anyway, doing that on one foot and like hopping the bench around is real tricky and kind of dangerous, because you feel like you're going to drop it on yourself. And there's no place to sit.
I talked to someone today, and they didn't know the saying "cutting the mustard." Really? I was like, yeah, I don't know about that one. That one doesn't exactly cut the mustard. And he had no idea what I was fucking talking about.
He is kind of right. It's a phrase, I know what it means, but it's not intuitive.
Is it? Okay. I guess not, but I feel like it's a common usage. Is that
Yes.
I feel like everyone should know.
It is common usage. I don't know what it means though. Like, are you cutting a sandwich with mustard on?
Well,
Are you diluting the mustard when you cut the mustard?
all I know is that when you cut that mustard, you've accomplished the goal at hand, and you've lived up to expectations. You're up to par, et cetera, et cetera.
Huh.
Yeah, so Zach explained what cut the mustard means. It means if someone can't cut the mustard, they're unable to succeed. I just don't know why it means that.
I need the origin.
Yeah. Because you only use it in the negative. You never say that really cut the mustard for me.
You didn't quite cut the mustard, did you?
Yeah. It's a mean saying.
Couldn't stand up to that mustard. It was too thick and viscous. You couldn't even cut it.
Yeah. Too spicy for you bitch.
Oh,
I mean,
okay. They
wants
had
to
to
read?
actually cut the mustard crop down, like the stalks of mustard thing,
that makes so much more sense than the sandwich case.
and you had to have a scythe sharp enough to quote unquote cut the mustard. So if you had a good scythe, it was okay.
The crop could grow up to 6 feet high and was very arduous work requiring extremely sharp tools. When blunt, they would not cut the mustard. Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Man, I learned something.
Yeah, I hadn't even considered that mustard didn't come from bottles.
Yeah.
I can't wait to like be drunk in a year and incorrectly explain that to someone. just like get it wrong at someone's barbecue. No, that's what it is.
I thought mustard was born in a bottle and started there.
Well, I know you grind mustard seed and like add vinegar and salt and water or something, and then you make like mustard.
Are there things, Kyle, that you could buy? This is food that you could buy, but you consider just not to be made at home. Like there's lots of other products that you consider not for home construction. You know, you don't make cars at home. You don't make many iron parts. You don't like. There's a lot of things like this requires a big manufacturing facility to do right.
Yeah.
Are there cooking items that you think describe that too?
That are which side of it? The side of it where you should just go buy this,
or like this is too much to be manufactured at home. Cooking this is too.
Pasta is pretty difficult
donuts?
to make. Donuts are easy to make because you're literally like pouring you mix up batter and you pour that into boiling oil and a donut. It's like done. They're like the easiest thing to make. But
what about a more complicated donut that had like jelly in it?
You bake them and you inject some. I mean, sure, it's easier to buy donuts than make donuts, but they'll taste better if you make them, right? I think that there are some things where there's like no advantage. So like ketchup is one. Ketchup has been perfected. That in particular, I watched maybe Adam Ragusa or maybe one of those YouTube chefs who he's like, all right, we're going to take the Taco Bell, whatever the fuck, and we're going to make a good one. Like he does that sort of shit. And he was like, well, I mean, we're going to make ketchup, but just so we're clear, these guys mastered it like 180 years ago, and there literally is no topping them.
I was stuck on donut because I read an article that said donuts were really difficult to make well, and they don't get the credit like people who make steaks well. And I'm only as good as my source. I don't know anything about cooking. World knows this.
There's two kinds of donuts. There's the donuts you bake, and there's the donuts that you fry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I don't know much about baked donuts. Baking in general is a different kind of cooking.
Is there something, an Indian food, a curry, like something you're just like, no, to buy ingredients and create that is not something you do at home?
Yeah, I've tried to cook a lot of things that are really difficult. I found that hot and sour soup, which is like a Chinese food soup.
Mm-hmm.
I love that soup, but it's really difficult to find a restaurant that makes a good bowl of hot and sour soup. So I set out to make my own once, and the list of odd ingredients that don't show up in shelves.
Are you saying Livonia is not known for its Chinese cuisine?
I'm saying that like Atlanta isn't known for having a lot of black fungus on hand when you go to the grocery store, and that's one of the dehydrated black fungus is like one of the ingredients, and along with tofu and like bamboo sprouts and any number of weird sauces and liquids that have to be added to soup. And so I came to the idea that like it's absurd to make your own hot and sour soup because of that list of ingredients. It's like an $8 bowl of soup that I didn't really even want that much because it's summer. So now I just order that. But then there's some things that it's like, oh, you spent the time to do that. It's really going to show and that comes with, I think with like chicken stock and beef stock, seafood stocks that you make instead of just getting a bottle of something and pouring in there. If you take the time to do that, and it does take time, like you can definitely taste the difference.
Taylor, can you think of anything? A food that you'd commonly get at a restaurant, but you just wouldn't attempt at home.
I mean, any Asian shit other than stir fry. Like because you always try and like make it healthier, and so you don't put like MSG and all the butter and oil they do, and it never turns out the way you want it to.
I'm not convinced MSG is so bad for you.
It's not bad for you at all. I have bottles and bottles of it.
I have a bottle. It's called Accent, and it's literally just MSG. I haven't used it, but I have a bottle.
It's called monosodium glutamate.
No, this is on the back. It says Accent, monosodium glutamate.
MSG, motherfucking. That's all that's in there. And
it says open, like it opens up the flavors.
Yeah,
which is probably the most impressive. Like that's more impressive than gunpowder.
It does the same thing salt does, but better. It's super salt, and
there's nothing bad at all.
Does it raise your blood pressure?
No more than salt does. If it does,
no, that's not okay. I'm not looking for a tie. I'm looking for a substitute.
We're not here to be a baby about blood pressure. We're making chili, so we're gonna.
I'm a bit of a baby.
I gave you that new drug. Take it.
Oh, I haven't tried that yet. Yeah.
Get on that bandwagon.
I wrote it down,
I'm about to start taking it. I just got it the other day.
It's prescription.
Yeah, it's a prescription blood pressure medication.
Yeah.
With a lot of supposed other positive benefits, like a laundry list of them, almost. What?
Thomas Steeman sentenced to 10 years for stabbing a woman with a semen-filled syringe.
I heard about this.
Weren't we talking about that at the top of the show?
We literally were.
Yeah.
Wait, his name is Steeman?
His name is Steeman.
Steeman the semen stabber.
Steeman Seaman. That was his high school nickname, and I guess he took it.
Stabber.
He took it literally.
This semen stabber. Yeah, he should be in jail. You can't have people injecting cum into people against their will.
No.
The defendant's actions were truly horrific. He intentionally went into our community with the goal of assaulting unsuspecting women. With this one sentence, he will be removed from our community for a long time.
10 years? That feels like it should be more than 10 years. You're attacking someone, and as far as that lady that got injected knows, she could have like AIDS or something.
Here it is.
That's like a big deal, yeah.
But on February 18th, 2020, a woman called to report an assault that occurred earlier that day in a parking lot at a grocery store. She told officers while putting back her shopping cart, a white male bumped into her, and she felt a pain in her buttocks. She jumped back and asked the man if he burned her with a cigarette. He responded with, "Yeah, it felt a little like a bee sting, didn't it?" Once she got home, she observed a small red spot.
How is there a transition now? Once police arrived, like how does she just go home then?
When she observed a small red spot and what appeared to be a puncture wound on her buttocks. She said she also felt a wet substance on her pants after the assault occurred.
What?
Police reviewed the surveillance video, which showed a white male walking up behind the victim, pulling something out of his pocket and pushing it against her. The surveillance video also showed the same man lunging at two additional female subjects. The next day, the victim observed a large round red area on her buttocks where she was attacked and sought treatment at an area hospital. Ouch. God. Steven was identified by tips from the community and was arrested. A search warrant was obtained. During the search, officers found a large syringe in the driver's side door that had an unknown liquid inside.
It was cum.
There were
so obviously
semen found in the defendant's residence, including one syringe containing an unknown subject. They recovered a sweatshirt pant. That's boring. The syringes were sent to the crime lab for DNA analysis, and the police obtained a search warrant for the defendant's DNA. The substance found inside the syringe in Steeman's River's side door was identified as semen and a DNA match. Second-degree assault. From his contact with this 17-year-old... Steeman also pleaded guilty to second-degree assault for his contact with the 17-year-old girl who was not harmed. Oh, yikes. So I guess he had a failed attempt on a younger girl?
Yeah.
A failed attempt? Like he missed?
Well, they said she wasn't harmed, so that's how I interpreted it.
Oh.
He goes to stab her, but it's slow motion, and she just matrix.
Well, I mean, he just came.
Yeah. You get that post-nut clarity, and you're all shaky.
Yeah. Should I be doing this?
What are the odds that we were just talking about injecting people with cum with a syringe?
I thought you guys were talking about that. Yeah,
no,
because I'd heard about this article before.
No, it's just a coincidence. But
it's so funny. His name is Steeman.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
you love that.
I love it.
I don't know if that's possible. If that's actually true. But what a psycho! like he sounds.
Police arrested Gregory Rapist today. Philip Pedophile finally brought in on charges of embezzlement.
I'm looking at the other articles on this website, and they all seem legit. Like,
no, I've
Maryland's
seen this
new
article.
budget politics nonsense and
CBS. Yeah,
All right,
dead body
fair.
found.
it
Seems
looks
real.
legit.
Then.
Looks legit.
Holy shit! Well, that's really disgusting that he was running around injecting women with semen.
Yeah, I want to know what happened with felt like a bee sting, didn't it? And then what happened? Like it just cuts
Yeah,
off
right?
the
The rest of
home?
the conversation. Did
I'd
she
be like-
just like
I'm
nod
like,
and
are you a
walk away?
fucking psychopath? Hang on a
Yeah.
minute. Let me take a picture of your face real quick and call the cops.
She's
Oh, I
just
mean,
like,
but she's
don't
gotta
do
be
that
spooked.
again, and then walks home. Like I
Like
don't know.
she's got to be spooked by that interaction. So her first thought
No
was just
shit.
get away from this person, not like
yeah,
hold an inquisition, asking
Yeah,
him why he did
that's
that.
true.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you start screaming.
Yeah,
What a psycho.
Yeah,
but I
get
mean, in the
manager.
moment, like it's probably so bizarre. You don't suspect something like that someone's going to syringe you in the middle of a parking lot. You just
you don't
know what to
suspect. Yeah, you don't suspect a cigarette burn either. So I'd be like, I don't know. It's a weird situation because
And also, he doesn't like. Wait, where's your cigarette though? Like,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
did
was he
eat it?
smoking? He must
All,
have.
all I have
Maybe.
is this syringe full of cum.
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
This guy sounds like a real maniac. It's not like he's just gonna hold the syringe up, be like,
Only
and, like,
one
and
person
run away.
here- only one person here has put cum in a syringe. I'll just say that.
For science,
For science, for the load stack, lock and
Yeah.
load.
for the love of the load. Yeah,
For the love of the load. That's a good dude. We'll like buy Facebook ads and have for the love of the load. Do you want to inject women with even more cum?
tired of those pesky prison sentences. Well,
This is the greatest product idea ever.
those guys out there, like, can we get a link for that lock and load, man?
You have to use a turkey baster to get it in them after this.
Yeah, no more syringes.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, but 10 years does not seem like enough time.
I don't know.
Like,
Like,
it's like chemical warfare, biological warfare.
it's really
Salt.
fucked up. But like, that guy's crazy, right? Like,
He
he's an
needs to be.
he's
Yeah,
gotta be
he needs to be put in an institution. I think.
yeah, because like
Um,
this isn't the kind of crime that makes sense to me.
it doesn't make
Um,
any sense. No.
So like this,
It's gotta
this
be
is
his fetish. Or
this is like the first thing a Batman villain does on his road to becoming a Batman villain. He got caught injecting women with syringes of semen.
like the Riddler.
In a
Like,
non-
what do you think I injected into you? Like his dick's out. A bunch of question marks on his bodysuit.
I really hope it was pee.
Guess again. I don't know what the Riddler sounds like.
That's good. That's good,
Good
enough. Yeah.
The Riddler, I don't know the universe at all, but it seems like he is budget Joker. Like
I was-
he's not doing anything
as a kid-
intense as the Joker.
As a kid, I always thought that. I'm like, he's like the Joker, except he asks more
Okay.
questions.
Yeah,
He's like the Joker with Asperger's.
yeah.
Like he can't punish you until he asks you like
The Joker if he's really high or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
One
just-
tells punchlines, the other tells jokes, right? The
but
two ends
they're
of the spectrum.
I guess. But yeah, I always preferred the Joker. Most people would probably agree. But yeah, that seems like a little bit redundant for
I
Batman.
feel like they're
villains.
lower on ideas.
Do
As
they
a matter
ever
of
work
fact, a lot of
together?
the traditional villains are garbage to me.
It's like they didn't have
too.
any good ideas. The Penguin as a villain makes so.
It's the dumbest thing.
First of all, the Penguin as an animal isn't very good at what it does.
I
or-
can beat
or
up
scary.
100 penguins by myself.
Do you know how
Just kick
big
them.
it? I would have agreed with you.
not the Emperor Penguin.
I know, right? The Emperor Penguin. Guess how big they are, Woody. Like just guess.
2.5 feet.
11 feet.
Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly. I was gonna be like, 37 feet tall.
I see where you're going. I didn't fill out the rest of the joke.
Let's see how tall
They're
the
actually pretty
penguin-
big. I mean, but
They're
that's
really
compared to
fucking
other
big.
penguins.
I think they're
Right.
like 3.5 feet tall at least.
Danny DeVito played the Penguin in that Batman movie.
Wow.
Yeah,
So and he's
Dude,
awesome. He
true
made
to
it work.
size.
Kyle did not go 3.6 to 4.3 is the
Yeah.
number I get online. I didn't expect. I thought 3.5 foot would be like, well, sure, maybe like Arnold Schwarzenegger penguin, but an average was less. But no, 3.6 to 4.3. I did 4 foot tall penguins.
Yeah, right.
What are their
I
defensive
can beat up
maneuvers?
2 of them.
The defense that
They don't
slap.
have any. They don't.
See,
have.
they
I
do-
watched
they
the whole
slap.
thing about penguins the other day. Why there are penguins on the South Pole but not the North Pole, and like all the different kinds of penguins and stuff. And I was really surprised when we got to the emperor penguin and we found out how large they are.
You were surprised.
I was
Were they
surprised.
next to people?
I didn't see one next to people, no. But they did that thing where they have like a cartoon of a human being next to like the penguin, and the same thing they do with like
it's like-
megalodon and stuff. And I was like, that's a big fucking penguin.
Yeah, they're pretty fucking big.
There's a limited number of those that I could take on and hand to flipper combat.
Yeah, I mean,
I like
especially
hand
if they
flipper. It
peck.
shouldn't go unnoticed.
Do
They're-
they peck?
Oh, they
I'm-
peck.
I'm sure they do. Yeah.
I mean, that seems to be the
What are
number
they
one
gonna
defense.
do? But
Oh, they
I
peck.
believe I could grab a beak and just control
Hold
the
it.
head,
They're
control what
cheap.
direction it goes.
How many hands do you have?
But then you've got his comrades coming in. You know,
But then see,
How many
It's like a
friends
kung
does
fu
he
movie.
have?
You separate.
He
you
has
know,
an infinite number of friends from what I've seen.
Also,
on the
I would
internet.
grab him by the beak and
Wait.
swing around like I was on a sit and
Wait,
spin.
wait.
now we're
Wait.
talking.
Can't you just fucking run away? Can't you just fucking run away? They're pretty slow. Like, do we have to fight them? Like,
Your
they're
back is to the ocean.
okay.
Your
On
back
one
is
insula.
No, in that case, I would just do like a football run through. Because what are they, you know what I mean? Like,
no. You're gonna be too cold.
The entire beach, the entire beach is slick with penguin shit.
it's like a movie. It's like a movie fight scene where I'm trying to like point out the, illogical parts, and you guys, no, it's too cold, man. Back to the ocean.
It
Like,
is.
this
It's
how
chilly.
written.
I mean, if you've ever
reflexes
seen-
are gonna be slowed.
If you ever seen what those penguin beaches look like, it's a slick of frozen penguin shit everywhere on like hard volcanic rock or something. It looks awful for a human to be doing combat on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be harder to run then. 'cause
Oh,
it's
you couldn't
slick.
get away.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, in that case, yeah, I would grab the beak and then start doing some like Muay Thai knees. Yeah.
You don't want to go to the ground. There's no
No.
traction.
Mm-mm.
You're covered in penguin shit and ice.
He was so good in Dolemite.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen Dolemite?
I think
No.
of him as the white man
God
can't
damn,
jump guy.
Dolemite.
Is Dolomite funny?
Yeah, it's really good. All right, so here's what Dolemite is. Man, I can't think of the real like person's name and the thing that Dolemite's about. But Dolemite was a movie made by this black comedian who made movies. Dolemite on Netflix with Eddie Murphy in it is a movie about that guy making his movie,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
And you're talking about the movie itself or the Netflix show?
I'm thinking about the Eddie Murphy, Wesley Snipes project that came out like a year or two ago on Netflix, and it's about the man. It's about a guy making a movie. The movie is called Dolemite. The Dolemite movie is ridiculous. This guy is just a ridiculous, like, filthy black comedian who hustled and did everything. Like Rudy Ray Moore might be his name, something like that. I can't think of it right now, but it's really Dolemite is my name is the thing on Netflix. That's what you want to watch. And
I haven't even scrolled past that. I'll need to look it up.
basically, like he wanted to play a badass, like he was like kung fu movies are cool and like pimping bitches is cool. So I'm gonna play a guy named Dolemite who's a kung fu pimp. And they're like, all right, who's gonna play Dolemite? He's like, no, I'm gonna play Dolemite. Well, you're making a movie where you play a kung fu pimp. Yeah, everybody's gonna love it. And like they're like, usually our action stars are a bit more fit. Yeah, he's like Eddie Murphy's got this big belly and everything, like just like the real guy did. And the movie is him like doing terrible choreography and like knocking people out. And they bring on Wesley Snipes to be their director because he's got some experience. And he watches it and it's awful. And they're like, "What do you think? Another take?" He's like, "I don't think another take would benefit us in any way or anyone in any way." Really, you think that looked real? I think it looked like you were trying real hard. That's all that matters. The movie is an abomination. But what Rudy Ray Moore did, I'm pretty sure that's the guy's name, the real life character.
Yeah, Rudy Ray
who made
Moore.
the movie. he like advertised his movies Blues Brothers style, like riding through neighborhoods with megaphones. Come on out tonight, the big Rudy Ray Moore movie, showing tonight only. It's showing every night, 5 times a night or whatever. Oh, tonight only. and like he like got people to come watch his movie, and he got all the money because he produced it and filmed it himself with no permits or unions or anything in like abandoned warehouses and all sorts of nonsense.
This is funny. Like I'm just scrubbing around. The entire movie is on YouTube.
It's the best thing Eddie Murphy's made in decades.
Well, Eddie Murphy seems like he's been taking a break for a while, right? Like I haven't seen him in much of any. He's probably got more money than God, so he doesn't care.
Yeah, he made all that really shitty comedy stuff, like I don't know, in the early 2000s, like that Pluto Nash stuff, and it seems like he was making so many of those Nutty Professor movies.
Yeah.
It was like this stopped being funny after the first one, dude. Like,
I did like the first one.
Everybody liked the first one. It's good. It's a cool idea, and at first it's funny. I like when he goes shopping. At first he's like spandex, all spandex,
nothing but spandex. Yeah,
and like Eddie Murphy is so fit even then. Like he's just like in that spandex, like wearing nothing at all. You're like, man, he really is a skinny guy. Like. I remember the old the comedy special he did where he's wearing that red thing, that like red jacket with nothing underneath it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that. That's his best.
Is that
special.
Raw?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy Raw.
Yeah. He's great. I love the Beverly Hills Cop shit. I liked the Golden Child, all that stuff. I've always liked Eddie Murphy.
I like him too. I remember like because of my age, our age, like I knew him more as like a kid friendly actor before I like knew about Eddie Murphy Raw stuff. And so like I knew about like Daddy Daycare. And then when I watched Raw afterward, it was the same kind of thing as when I watched Full House as a kid and then saw Bob Saget as an adult and was like, oh, they should not allow him around the kids in that house. Like they already have Uncle Joey.
Jesse.
Uncle Jesse's the hot one. Uncle Joey is the pedophile who lives in the basement and is bad at drums, right?
That's right.
Okay.
Dave Coulier.
Right. Dave Coulier. What a ghoul that character was. Just a weird,
what a cool name that is, though. Like imagine,
it's a sweet name. That's like French or something.
I imagine him as a French Canadian. He has that look about it. He even has that like mullet. That I bet he plays hockey.
Oh, I guarantee that. I remember that like came up in the show. I bet you
Dave Coulier hockey, you can find a picture of him with like a fucking like some gear under the crook of his arm or a stick in his hand or something.
Wait, was Dave Coulier born in 1959? Holy shit, he has an Elite Prospects page. Elite Prospects is like a page of stats that they use to like keep track of like young proficient hockey players. And yeah,
that look about him. I could see it. I could see it in Dave Coulier's weird little beady eyes. That man played hockey.
Doesn't really have any stats here or anything.
Ignore that.
High school teams.
Ignore that. I've already claimed victory.
You've already claimed victory. You've already won victory. Yes. Well, Dave Coulier, I don't remember that show.
George Bush in this.
But I do remember at the time thinking it was odd. I didn't think it was that weird that Uncle Jesse was around because I liked him and I thought he was kind of cool. But Uncle Joey being around was like he's the same age as Bob Saget and he doesn't have a family. He doesn't have his own place. He doesn't have anything. He lives in the basement of a man who's a single father of 4. It was just weird. It's a weird plot point to include. Why include that guy? He didn't really contribute that much. No, there you go. Dave Coulier skating around in a celebrity hockey match.
Look at him.
You know who else was a celebrity hockey guy in these matches? Joey from Friends. Is his name Matt something?
Matt LeBlanc.
Matt LeBlanc, yeah.
Another French Canadian.
He's another French Canadian guy who, he did Friends and made all the money in the world, but then he started doing Top Gear America, which I'm sure they threw a bunch of money at him to do that, but good God, what a terrible show. I tried watching a couple episodes. It's awful.
You know what's worse than that? After Friends, do you remember what his first show was right after?
Joey.
Yeah,
I remember Joey. I didn't ever watch any because I didn't watch Friends
on like the second episode of Joey, like fucking Rachel pops in like, hey, just visiting from New York now that you're in LA and you're a big actor and everything. Just wanted to say hey and make sure we tied this in correctly. Everybody, right? You're gonna watch the show. All right, we're done. It failed. You know what? Do you remember who plays Kramer? His name's escaping me.
Michael Richards.
Michael Richards. Do you remember his show right after?
I remember his really funny one in 2006 or 7.
No, that's his comedy special that you're such a fan of. He was like a private investigator or something. I remember him having like, I think he stuck with the pipe or something like that. But he was like, there was like a private investigator office setting with like, you know, maybe like a receptionist or somebody answering the call, and he would like do the inspecting, and there was a whole like cast built around that, I think. And it did not make it through, like maybe even the pilot. Like it didn't make it long at all.
Was it called the Michael Richards Show?
No, there's no way they called it that. I thought it was called like Snoops or something, like the detective of Bry Castle.
He like his IMDb, Seinfeld, an episode, or in the movie David Copperfield, he had 9 episodes of the Michael Richards Show in 2000, a voice in the B Movie because he's friends with Seinfeld in 2007, Curb Your Enthusiasm 2 or 3 episodes in 2009 because he's friends with Larry David, and then something in 2013
episode,
show called Kirsty, 12 episodes. Like he's done basically nothing since Seinfeld, which is fine because like you don't realize how old he is.
Yeah, he was like 10 years older than the rest of them.
Yeah, he's 72 because I think when Seinfeld started, he was 41 years old or something.
Yeah,
and all the other ones, like I think Elaine was like 28 at the time, 29 or something.
She was in her prime.
Yeah, in her prime.
You know, she's from like a ton of money, right?
She's like billionaire level wealth with her family.
Kind of an heiress. Yeah, it's wild. I guess they're all Richard. I saw this really good thing. I'll link it to you. Somebody linked it to me. But it's Jerry, Michael. It's Jerry. Who's the co-creator from Curb?
Larry David.
Larry David and George Jason Alexander talking about the marine biologist, the closing scene.
Yeah.
They wrote that the night before. Jerry and Larry David did. And they go to Jason Alexander the day of, and they're like, we have this page of great dialogue, the story that you would tell. Mm-hmm. Could you handle learning an entire page monologue like before lunch? And Jason Alexander was like, oh yeah, that's not a problem. He used to do stage acting. So this is a thing he does.
He's a real good actor. He's a real actor.
So he's like, he learns it, and then they cut to Jerry, and Jerry's like, and somehow he like did. I think it's because he's one of those actors, something that I really don't know how to do. He learned it before lunch, and what you're seeing is a live rehearsal, the first take, the only take that was ever filmed. It's done before in front of a live studio audience.
Which episode is this?
It's the closing marine biologist story where George says, I tell you, if he was a foot, he was 10 stories high. And as the waves were crashing down upon me, he like reaches into the whole story, the whole bit. That's the first time he'd ever done it. And Jerry's like, and if you look at me in that scene, like, I'm not acting. I'm just nodding. And because I'm hearing the lines in my own head because I wrote them the night before. And he nailed it so perfectly. And then like Michael Richards does like ends that bit with a cherry on top, right? Yeah. He's the one who has to. He waits for the laugh to die down because the laugh is crazy. The audience is going wild, and it goes on for like 5 seconds, and then Michael Richards is like, "Is that a Titleist?"
He does it in like is that a Titleist? Like kind of
George goes, "Mm-hmm." He's like, hole in one.
What a great I had no idea that George did that in one take. He's a
one take,
actor.
First take, only take. Yeah. He's like, we never went back to it. We didn't do any pickups. We didn't do any other angles. We never read those lines again. That was it.
For a show like Seinfeld to be as iconic as it is, like you need particularly George and Kramer. Like Seinfeld himself is a terrible actor. In every episode, he's just kind of standing. He's delivering funny lines and he writes funny lines for other people, but he himself is not the bastion of humor on the show. It's George, Elaine to a lesser extent, and then Kramer. And getting Michael Richards, who literally is Kramer, Like he does physical comedy in that way better than anyone I've ever seen. And George, the most neurotic, the most believable neurotic person you could ever come across, like just kills it. I need to rewatch Seinfeld again. I just did like 5 months ago. I'll do it again. I love it.
Anyway,
have you ever bought a DVD? Oh, actually, I had something specific for you, Kyle.
I have to answer the
Go
have
ahead.
you ever
Are
bought a
you in
DVD
this
question?
DVD?
I bought a DVD when I was like 18 or 19 because like I didn't have like private internet, and or I was about to move out and I didn't have a laptop, and I bought it then when I was living on my own. I found it yesterday when I was throwing DVDs away, stuffed in like a Xbox 360 game thing. Because I opened them all up because I stuff money in the. Sometimes I hide money. So you like before you throw a book away, you got to be like.
It's like $1.25 in 1984 money.
Hang on, I'm going to show you the money.
You got change clearly visible in all your books. Bookshelf looks like absolute dog shit. Yeah, that I've never bought a DVD like that ever. I was too young.
I think
barely missed.
I've bought DVDs, and I wasn't too young. I was at night school as an adult. I might have been married and picked it up on my way home, like after midnight from a fucking 16-hour workday. Like I'm allowed to buy it.
Yeah,
but it was like nowadays. If you watch porn, it gets straight to the good shit. Most porns nowadays don't have plots. Back when I bought it. You like, what is this like 17 minutes of character development going on in this dumbass porn? I'm exaggerating, but it's still too much. Yeah,
I was just like, all right, that's so true. like imagine the first like porn directors back in the day when that became legal. They're like, all right, so you're just gonna start fucking her? And he's like, no, cut. Make me want to watch it. I don't know who you are yet. I don't know who he is. Exposition.
You two are away on a beach vacation. You didn't have plans of having sex. This is all spontaneous. Seduce her. Go.
And then over the years, they're like, people really actually dislike this part of it.
Yeah.
Based on our metrics, no one's seen it at all. Everyone goes halfway in.
Kyle wants to show us his money.
Go, Kyle.
What do you got, Kyle?
Just going through the fucking boxes, like looking through like books and fucking Xbox games and DVDs. And to be fair, an old wallet. Like,
oh wow,
it's mostly ones. But it was like there was a bunch of money in there.
You can tell those are old too. Those have been in books for a long time.
They're like I had to check in everything because I'm throwing so much shit away. I felt bad throwing all those Xbox 360
Why do you hide $1 bills in books?
Well, because like
that.
I don't know if you've ever found something like that, like found a little bit of money, but it's a really cool feeling.
Yeah.
So I hide money a lot.
You're not finding it. You're hiding money from yourself that you have.
Yeah, but I forget about it and I find it again and it's fun. And it's not a huge amount of money. I mean, there's a few 20s in there and stuff, but like it's a few $100s.
Look at the funny head.
It's all the fun you can have. And like, hey, if I die and you come to like, go through my belongings to like get them to Goodwill, you're going to come out easily $600 a head. That's going to pay for your gas and travel to come here and rifle through my shit.
Yeah, and most of your funeral?
I don't know
it's
about that.
It's going to be cheap.
It's going to be cheap. A casket about... This is what we found.
I mean, I've got generated. I've been doing that stuff since the 90s blackout that hit East Coast.
Wow, you're ready.
So before, like,
what kind of like you have MREs? You may have just said a minute ago, but I didn't hear.
Yeah, I've got a few. A lot of MREs I don't trust because they don't last long term. I just keep rotating certain food sources.
I got obsessed with this YouTube channel that like reviews MREs.
Yeah,
and he makes them seem like delicious. He's like, oh, we've got a 1986 Czech Republic. Fucking like MRE. This is the MRE that they gave to the pilots. And they'll crack it open, and it's like all sorts of disgusting shit, And he's just like, that's got a nice smoky flavor. And I'm sitting there like, does it now? I'm hungry watching this. It's like sitting and watching someone like a Food Network or something. And next thing I know, I'm on not even Amazon. I'm on eBay buying European MREs from like the early 90s.
Oh wow!
None of them are good. No. They're all awful.
Yeah,
just disgusting. I did end up with I've still got a case of American like current issue MREs
Yeah,
But,
the overpriced stuff.
Yeah. I think they're like $12 a pop or something like that.
Yeah.
They're not cheap, but they're actually not too bad. I think maybe like there's some sort of like cheesy chili macaroni or something like
you
that.
can get like vegan stuff now and everything, man.
Yeah, they get like vegetarian pasta, and some of those are like anything that's like noodles and like tomato sauce.
Yeah.
They have that figured
The
out.
basics, yeah.
But if you try to do like an MRE hamburger or an MRE hot dog or anything, that's no good.
The thing is, though, you gotta think of it if you're at a point that you're starving so badly, you're not gonna care.
No,
about the thing, right? Like,
no, you wouldn't care.
And from what I've learned from experience, you don't want to get stuff that tastes good in your storage because people are just gonna start eating it when they don't need to. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it works for a diet, you know.
You just want to store some dry oatmeal.
Yeah, because it's like the pantry's running low. The kids are just gonna go downstairs and get the food that they like in the emergency supply.
In the early days of the coronavirus, you know, like somebody was making the point about like what happens if like the gasoline gets shut down. Like, what if the guys who like run the oil fucking systems like are all too sick to work or whatever? And I did go get like, I don't know, less than 10 pounds, but more than 5 pounds of rice and dried beans.
Yep. But people don't understand how weak or how independent the system is. Like, grocery stores only carry enough food for 72 hours. So if, say, for instance, the trucking industry stopped, they'd run out of food in like 2 days at most, 3 days, because everyone's going to be rushing out getting food like crazy. Look at how fast everything emptied during the beginning of COVID. Look at how fast the shelves emptied. If that happened like on a long-term basis, oh my gosh, it would be insane. And you think, and it's funny because I talk about this and I was like, people think like, oh, you know what? It wouldn't be like the movies. People aren't going to attack each other over, you know, when shit hits the fan and stuff. You go, are you crazy? Have you seen how people act during a Black Friday sale? And that's over a TV. How are people going to act when their kids are starving? Like, and we're so far away from that third world mentality. We're so first world that we can't even envision what it'd be like. A year ago, they flew me out to Mexico to play. You want to play paintball like a man? Holy jeez.
No, I don't want that at all.
I don't care about the insurance. You know what I mean? Like, they're drinking. Like, it's funny because normally my thing is when I go to a game, I'm like, okay, guys, you know, there's no drinking on the field and make sure you hydrate. And I don't want you falling from the heat. And I go there and I do my regular Wolf paintball speech and make sure you hydrate and, you know, don't be drinking. And they start laughing at me and everything. And I go, why are you laughing? Like, there's no barrel covers in the staging area. Like, everyone's just walking guns out. We're going out to the field. First of all, the field was not a field. It was just like some patch of Sicario land that some drug dealers let them use, which I didn't know about till after because I would have peed my pants. But you know, there's like, one guy goes, oh, don't go there. That's a tarantula nest, so don't go there. Snakes over there, and that's a cliff, and you'll die if you go there. So it's like, and they're, you know, we're walking out to play, and they got their mask up, and they're drinking cervezas, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is insane. But it was so cool though. It's like freeing.
The other team is the least of your worries.
I know, man. That is legit, like, you know, watch your six type of stuff. But it felt good though. You know what I mean? So,
do you always use like the realistic looking guns when you do these scenarios,
always.
or do you always? That's good. That's in because I remember I remember seeing you wearing an amount of clothes that I would describe as smothering. in that heat and being like, that guy's so committed. He had like Evian bottles like a bandolier or something.
I go out full Milsom tactical every single time. I find it's like a challenge to myself to try and push myself as much as I can. And there's a lot of guys out there who sometimes wear more stuff than I do. But I just see it like, you know, I'm not comparing myself to like real soldiers or anything like that. But I'm thinking if those guys can go out in the bush and in Afghanistan and do it for, you know, 6 months straight, I can handle it for 2 days. You know what I mean? Like, man, F up and just, I go out there and like, I've played in like Los Angeles and it was like 114 outside and people are dropping like flies and stuff like that. And I was like, I just kept going. And it's like, I get home, I do hot yoga to assimilate myself and stuff like that. And it's like,
Did the dog come and eat your potato?
sorry.
You ate your whole potato.
But yeah, man,
What an
I wear the full gear, the full camouflage, the full, I got alcohol packs, I got radio sets, the whole deal. Like, I look like a Call of Duty character every game. And,
Do all of those guns behind you shoot those like winged balls that go more accurately?
Oh,
like
the
fins
first
on
strike
it?
rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the new. Well, they're not new. I don't know.
Not new anymore.
No, they're not. They're if you're watching this or watching, essentially they're called first strike rounds, and they're paintballs, and they have fins on them, and they go about double the distance of a regular paintball.
You don't even realize you're exercising most of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of cardio in paintball. You're always
There's a
moving around.
lot, and it's full body cardio. You know what I mean? Especially when
And
it's
you're not
big.
eating like that.
No.
Like
don't eat when
an easy way to gain weight is to spend time near your pantry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
It's always there.
It's always there. You
available.
feel like something salty, it's there. It's right
It's-
there, tempting you. But
But I
when
do
you're like
think-
on a paintball field, a mile and a half away from air conditioning, you're not eating.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Even when I know there's nothing good in the pantry, I'll still make multiple trips to it every night. And like almost like when you get like hungry late at night, I'm getting frustrated and I'm like, who the fuck stocks this bullshit? There's more popcorn.
Your standards get lower and lower. Like, you know what? A spoonful of relish looks pretty good.
I'll just stand near the fridge and eat slices of cheese.
I've done that once or twice. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, that was part of like
once or twice.
part of my thing was like at one point Derek was like, hey, if you ever get tempted, to go into the kitchen and hit this or that, there are some, you can do this for appetite suppression. I'm like, tempted into what? Like I'm gonna get into the oatmeal?
Yeah.
like or I'm gonna have an extra big like thing of oatmeal one night with some like powdered peanut butter that's 30 extra calories put in it. Like there's nothing in my house, Derek. Oatmeal is literally the least healthy thing I own.
Water, man.
That-
I just drink a lot of water.
When you have a family in your house, I'm not that tempted by Oreos, but we have boxes and boxes of that here, but I don't eat them.
I like Oreos a lot.
I love Oreos. I like fucking sugary cereal. I like ice cream. I like those cone. What are those? Those ice cream cones that have the peanuts on top. Like all that shit. It's like a little ice cream cone that can like peel the top off. Drumsticks. Yeah, those things are so fucking good.
Oh yeah, those are.
Oh, I know. They're little. I don't know if they're peanuts on top. They might be, but I know exactly what you're talking
It's got
about.
like the magic shell turtle around.
None of
the
those
ice
are my
cream.
weakness. I somehow I'll look at ice cream, for example, and feel like the cost benefit's not there. But then you get something like trail mix where it's like, well, I mean, maybe a little. But the cost is way higher than I register it as, or at least used to.
Yeah.
My new crack is the Werther's popcorn.
Ooh.
Never heard.
Well, I
of
don't
it.
know
It's like
about that.
caramel corn,
Werther's
huh?
candy. They have a popcorn out now, and
I bet it's good.
It's like caramel corn.
ridiculously good.
Yeah.
It's about
That
time
sounds-
Werther's came out with something new. What's it been? A century?
Yeah. Well, they just
why
did
miss-
something in 1918. What
I eat a lot of popcorn. I use that
Popcorn's
Orville
good
Redenbacher
Yeah.
popcorn. It's 100 calories a bag, and I'll like take like Pam, like nonstick spray that's buttered flavored, and go,
Mhm.
and then like put some like flavored popcorn seasoning on there.
Mhm.
But caramel corn sounds.
I've started taking a page out of your recommended book because I've been like very good the last few weeks with my Fitness Pal, and it's like at night I just want to eat so much, but I'm like, well, I guess that point about sugar-free Jell-O and popcorn congealing kind of made sense, and it was like a night last week that I was like so fucking. I just wanted to eat, and I think I had like two packages of popcorn and like 10 of those like 5-calorie Jellos, and like it was way more my mentality of trying to picture the amount of food in my stomach than it was a feeling of like being satiated. Like I didn't actually feel full, but I knew there was a bunch of food in there.
If it's late enough, I think the move is melatonin. If it's like 11 p.m. and you're hungry, take a sleeping pill and you'll be able to eat tomorrow morning.
That's or also like even more than flat water. Obviously, I drink a ton of regular water, but like the sparkling waters and like the Zevias, I feel like those fill you up more than the regular water. Maybe that's my brain playing tricks on me.
I don't know if he'd say fill you up, but Greg Doucette, that's a YouTuber. You watch him too, maybe.
Satiating.
He often talks about the diet sodas that he drinks, right? There's 0-calorie sodas and he pounds them constantly. And it's not that he argues they're better for you than water, but he argues that like if you're going to be imperfect, this is a low cost way to be imperfect.
Yeah.
And he found some study that he referenced that said people who cheat by having diet soda are thinner than people who drink their water and cheat by having something worse.
It makes sense. Yeah, like you can fool yourself into like, oh, I can have 5 cream soda Zevias a day. It's like that's what I have. I have so many of those that like that's my go-to cheat thing where it's like, well, I can't have any more food. I'm out of calories. Well, I could guzzle 36 ounces of that over the next hour, and that'll make me kind of feel something.
I drink a ton of diet soda. I drink a ton of these Gatorade Zeros. Like during the whole fitness transformation, I was drinking a lot of unsweet tea with just sweetener in it and lemon. And that, like if you saw me with that giant thermos that I always had around, like that was almost always full of like unsweet tea. Like just it's got a little bit of caffeine in it. It tastes like something, and I'd put some Splenda in there, and it would be a little bit sweet, and it was nice, you know. But yeah, I drank a lot of liquid regardless of what it was a day, like close to a gallon.
That looks good, but not a cheat
candy.
hack.
That is candy.
That is candy.
It's literally what is that French under it? It's a rich person's candy.
Like $3 a pack. And it's a tiny little thing, but
I just remember the flavor of Werther's from my great grandfather's house.
Yep. Every grandmother's got a bowl of those things right next to that stinky potpourri.
Yeah, you don't want to eat the potpourri.
No, it smells good. It tastes bad.
It did. I learned that when I was a child. I took a nice bite of one of those fucking scented acorns or whatever the fuck's in there.
If you smoke it, it does not get you high. Learn that as a child.
Yikes.
No, you get yelled at. You see, your breath is tremendous.
That's another thing that helps with appetite suppression is this fucking douche nozzle that I'm always sucking on. Like the nicotine is an appetite suppressant for sure.
Right, that's true.